Good morning. I'm dealing with 5 responsibilities of a man to his wife. This is the last point. We've gone through a number of points. Today is our last day, and I want to just invite you to this final point. The final point is make your wife feel special. Make her feel special. So the first thing I want to say regarding to making your wife feel special, I once consulted a wise man who had been married for about 40 for over 40 years, and he said to me, if you want to learn the art of mastering or if you want to learn the art of making your wife feel special, you must never ask for sex. So I didn't understand the wisdom. So I asked him, what do you mean by this? He said to me, um, when you start the day in preparation for the evening, you will understand that you're no longer about talk anymore, but you're about action. So become an action man. So when your wife wakes up, compliment her and tell her how much of a sunshine she is, even before you open up the curtains. During the day, send her a text message to tell her how special she is. For example, hello honey, or hello sugar and spice, whatever you call her. Um, as I'm about to go to this meeting, I just realized that I have the most powerful women in the world, and I want you to appreciate you today for being my wife. If you send her that text during your busy schedule, she recognizes how special she is, and you put her in the mood that she exactly at 4:30 when she knocks off, you will find her waiting for you at home. The other thing you could do is that when you get home, don't rush into your room or open the TV or go into social media or any of those things, but play around with the kids as she is cooking, looking outside the window, seeing you playing with the kids, touch ball, whatever it may be. She gets excited because she can see that you are a man that is taking her and making her, supporting her, and not only giving living chores to her, but in also playing a certain role in raising up the kids. So the first one is that you must never ask for sex in making your woman special. The second point is that you must support her first. Many men are willing to support, are willing to do things for other women that they wouldn't do for their wives. Many men are willing to um, um, speak to other women for hours on the phone, but they wouldn't talk to their wives for hours on the phone. Many men are willing to compliment other women and support their business and not support the dreams and ambitions of their own women at home. Many men have not even tasted or tried the products that their women at home are selling. They haven't taken the time to understand what is it that their wives are trying to accomplish, and in that way also become a support system. So the second point is that you must, under this making your wife special, you must put her first, support her, listen to her. What is she trying to get to? Don't try to direct her actions, but rather try to bring her more into the teachings of principle, because once you teach principle, you can never go wrong. But once you teach practice, she can build resistance in seeing you that you are trying to take over, and that's not what you want. You want to be in a position of power, in a position of principle, and she will always look to you as the source of energy and source of strength, and in that way you will be showing that you are the head of the home. Third point is that a woman reacts to how you treat her. So this is known all over the world that when you give a woman a sperm, she gives you a baby back. When you give a woman a house, she gives you a home. So a woman reacts to what and how you treat her. When you treat your woman with love and respect and humility, she gives you that back. It may not be in the first 2 months, 3 months, but eventually when you keep doing it and she sees that you are consistent with that, she then gives you that back. Just to give you an example, when you were still pursuing your woman before she became your wife, you used to buy flowers. At that time, she probably thought you were ugly and didn't want you, but you bought flowers consistently. You kept on phoning, you kept on sending messages, you kept on doing all these things, and then what had happened is that you won her over, but all of a sudden when she becomes your wife, it seems that you have forgotten all these things that you were doing for her, and now she is more like a flatmate or a housemate that you don't even realize or recognize in the morning, and that in that way you fail to make her special. She then goes on into this state of becoming negative, and she starts nagging and complaining, and you complain about the nagging instead of seeing that the problem was initiated by you. So the third point I want to say is that the woman reacts to how you treat her. The fourth point I want to say is that you must pray with her. This is a deep secret that most men don't realize, is that when in order for God or for things to work out for you, you need to pray with your woman. You need to bring your woman to God. You need to present her to God, because when you got married, you became one flesh. So whenever you go to God as the man, asking for things or for any breakthroughs, whatever it may be, and it seems as if your prayers are not being answered, it's because you have left your other part at home, or you haven't brought that other part to God. But when you pray with your spouse and you pray with your wife, you're allowing God to see you as one flesh, and therefore you allow God to take charge and direct you to your purpose that you're supposed to become in this lifetime. So in making a woman special is that every time you take her and you kneel in front of her, and you can either hold her head and pray and tell God, dear God, this is my wife, I'm bringing her to you, direct her ways, direct her day, direct her craft, make her grow in love, let her become a fruit that will be given to the community so that they get nourished. Let it become a tree that will grow and take out fruits that will feed nations. What you do is that you allow your woman to understand that she is special to you, because you are willing to give her to the God that you submit to. So those are the 4 key things around making your woman special. And I want to say is that, in closing, is that when the man is stable, the family becomes stable, and when the family is stable, the complex or the area where you stay at, it becomes stable, and the community becomes stable, and when the community is stable, the province becomes stable, and from province the country becomes stable, and from the country the whole world becomes stable. So when a man finds himself and deals with the issues within him, he allows the wife to get onto that, and the wife also supports him, and she also starts to blossom and become a figure that is powerful and that has force. And yeah, so just in recapping our 5 responsibilities of a man to his wife. First one was to love your wife. Second one was to sanctify your wife, cleanse her, understand her problems and cleanse her. Third one was to satisfy her. Don't waste your energy on other women and bring about spirits to the home, but satisfy your wife, deal with your wife. Number 4 was to live with your wife. That's the one we covered yesterday. Live with your wife, make sure you know her. And the last point was to make her feel special. Action, take action. What you do, your woman will follow and do as well. Thank you so much. God bless.